Two Mini April Fool's Stories by Colton Dennis. So much bad luck. Gina Fitzgerald appears walking down the sidewalk. Spare change, asked homeless number one. Get a job, pal, said Gina, continuing to walk. Spare change, asked homeless number one. Gina walks into a building, then onto an elevator. A button being pressed. The elevator dings, then the doors open. Gina walks off the elevator. Morning, said Gina. The sun slowly goes down. Are you coming, Gina? Asked woman number one. I need to work on this a little bit longer, said Gina, typing onto the keyboard. The front door of the building opens. Gina slowly walking. Spare change, asked homeless number one. Gina shakes her head as she passes homeless number one. Spare change, asked demonic voice number one. Gina stops, then turns around. Homeless number one staring at Gina with red eyes. Gina's eyes widen, then she runs down the street. Footsteps walking. Gina stops, hears footsteps approaching, then turns around. Hello, is someone there? Hello? Asked Gina, turning towards her apartment building. Keys jingling. Gina, said demonic voice number one. Gina stops, then slowly turns around. Homeless man number one appears with red eyes. Please, take whatever you want. Just don't hurt me, said Gina. I don't want your money, Gina. I want you to know what it feels like to not have good luck, said demonic voice number one. Homeless number one pins Gina against the apartment building door, then opens his mouth. Black smoke goes into Gina's mouth. Gina screaming, coughs, then wakes up in her bed. That was a horrible nightmare, said Gina. Getting out of bed, walks, stubs her toe, then groans. The bathroom light turns on. Gina opens the medicine cabinet, grabs a pill, then takes it. Water turns on. Gina drinks water, then closes the medicine cabinet door. Red eyes appear. Gina staring at herself. Evil laughter. Gina gasps. The sun rises. Gina walking down the street, then trips. Papers flying everywhere. Gina tries catching the papers. Man number one appears on a ladder painting a building. Gina continues running. A paper goes underneath the ladder. Gina runs underneath the ladder. The paper lands onto the ground. Gina picks up the paper. A car drives from an alley, then hits a mud puddle. Mud goes onto Gina. Gina gasps. The building appears. The elevator dings. Gina walks off elevator, then approaches her desk. Gina, what happened? Asked woman number one. An unfortunate accident. That's what happened, said Gina. You should go home and get changed. I can't. I need to work to pay the bills. Remember. Gina starts typing on the keyboard. My computer won't turn on. Come on. What is up with today? Usually, good things happen to me, said Gina, banging onto the computer. Footsteps approaching. Miss Fitzgerald, I was waiting for your report that was due yesterday, said Mr. Jenkins. I have it right here, said Gina. Yeah, and I have it right here too. It was faxed to me last night. Let me read what it says. And quote, Dear Mr. Jenkins, here is my report. And I have to say it's the best I've ever wrote. Nobody cares for this business. Because you are just like all the other corporate idiots that don't know what they're doing. All this business knows is how to make money. And I'm tired of you telling me how to do my job. So, you can take this job and shove it up your rich corporate ass. Sincerely, Gina Fitzgerald, said Mr. Jenkins, and quote, Mr. Jenkins, I swear I didn't Write that. I have it on my computer here. I'll show you it, because I know I didn't write that, said Gina, trying to turn on the computer. Miss Fitzgerald, you're fired, said Mr. Jenkins, walking. No, 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 please. I need this job. Please, no. How will I live? Asked Gina. Well, you should have thought for that before sending this to me, said Mr. Jenkins, continuing to walk away. Gina holds her head. Sorry, Gina, said woman number 1. The apartment building appears. Gina walks off elevator, then approaches her apartment door. The apartment doors appears open a little bit. Gina opens the apartment door. People appear inside the apartment. What's going on here? Asked Gina. Miss Fitzgerald, you are a great tenant. But, after what you sent me last night, I want you out of my apartment building, said Mr. Wong. What did I send you? Asked Gina. Your information of what you're doing up here, selling weed to children on the street. I don't allow drug dealers in my building. You are officially being kicked out. I need you to leave before I call the police, said Mr. Wong. But, where will I go? Asked Gina. That's not my problem, said Mr. Wong. Gina appears walking down the street. What is going on here? I lost my job and my apartment, and now I have nowhere to go, said Gina. Evil laughter. Gina stops, then looks into a mirror. Red Eyes appears. Now you know what bad luck is all about, Miss Fitzgerald. And get used to it, because we're gonna be together for a long time, said demonic voice number 1, laughing. Gina screams. 2 years later. People walking on the sidewalk. Spare change, asked Gina. Get a job, you lazy woman, said number 2, walking past. Gina looks up with red eyes, then smiles. Spare change, asked demonic voice number 1. Number 2 stops, turns around, then looks at Gina with red eyes. Gina staring at number 2, then continues smiling. Number 2 walks away. Evil laughter. The end. The Jester affair appears. I can't believe we're finally at the medieval fair, said Myra Flood, appearing next to Jimmy Carr. Same here. I never knew you liked these things, said Jimmy. Are you kidding me? I love knights and dragons, said Myra. Both Jimmy and Myra walking. Halt, who goes there? Asked Ron Rogers, appearing wearing a knight's suit. Nice suit, Ron, said Jimmy. Thanks, my girlfriend made it for me, said Ron. Where is the maiden? Asked Jimmy. Oh, my prince has come for me at last, said Hilda Logan, appearing in a dress. My lady has arrived, said Ron. Both Hilda and Ron kiss each other. Oh, how sweet, said Myra. Yeah, I could feel the beer coming back up too, said Jimmy. Myra hits Jimmy's shoulder. So, what you guys want to do? Asked Hilda. Whatever the ladies want to do, said Jimmy. All right, said Myra. I fell into that, didn't I? Asked Jimmy. Yeah, said Ron. A stage appears. Number 1 appears walking into the stage. Gather around, everyone, while I tell thee a tale about the jester that everyone knows. That he went crazy and went on a killing rampage. No one knows why he did the things he did. But what people say is that he's not really dead. They say that the jester lives in this mirror, and if you see his reflection, he'll come for you. So, which brave soul wants to try to see the jester? If you do, line up over here, said number 1. People forming a line. Hey guys, let's go see if we could see the jester, said Ron. I like that idea, said Hilda. All 4 waiting in line. People continuously looking into the mirror. Next, said number 1. Ron and Hilda look into the mirror then walk away. Both Jimmy and Myra walking. Then look at the mirror. Myra's eyes widen. A skull-faced jester appears then laughs. Myra screams. Myra, are you all right? Asked Jimmy. I saw it. I saw the jester, said Myra. Then that means he'll be coming for thee, said number 1. Come on, Myra, said Jimmy, helping Myra stand up. All four walking away. A car drives past. Myra staring out the passenger window. How you doing, Myra? Asked Hilda. Fine, just fine, said Myra. Are you sure? Because you haven't said a word since that incident, said Hilda. I swear to you, I saw the jester, said Myra. It was probably just a hologram. That's all, said Ron. No, this seemed very realistic, said Myra. The car pulls into a driveway. The doors open then shut. Both Jimmy and Myra walking towards their house. Hey, it's all right. We're home, and I promise you, no jesters coming after you, said Jimmy. Are you sure? Asked Myra. I'll make sure of that. I promise, said Jimmy. Myra kisses Jimmy. The bedroom appears. Both Jimmy and Myra appear sleeping. Myra, Myra. Myra groans then opens her eyes. Myra, said a male voice echoing. Myra looks then sees Jimmy sleeping. Hello, is someone there? Hello? Asked Myra. Over here, follow my voice, said the male voice echoing. Myra gets out of the bed then slowly walks into towards the bathroom. Where are you? Hello? Asked Myra. A hand comes out of the bathroom. Mirror behind Myra then goes back into it. Myra turns towards the bathroom mirror then doesn't see anything. Myra, what are you doing? Asked Jimmy. I heard someone calling my name. It was coming from in here, said Myra. It was just your imagination. Now let's get back to bed, said Jimmy. Both Jimmy and Myra appear sleeping again. The bathroom mirror appears. The hand comes out of the mirror again. A skull-faced jester comes out of the mirror, looks into bedroom then laughs. Myra, Myra. Myra wakes up then turns. Myra, said the skull-faced jester. Myra opens her eyes, sees the skull-faced jester then goes to scream. The skull-faced jester puts his finger up to his mouth. Quiet, you don't want to wake up, Jimmy, said the skull-faced jester. What do you want? Asked Myra. Apparently you don't know the legend. I come when I am seen, to search for my beautiful queen. And guess who saw me first, Myra? Asked the skull-faced jester. No, no way. I ain't going anywhere with you, said Myra. You've got no choice, said the skull-faced jester pulling out a sword from his cane. And quat, Jimmy, and quat, yelled Myra. Jimmy wakes up then sees the skull-faced jester. The skull-faced jester swings the sword. Both Jimmy and Myra move. The sword goes into the headboard. Myra, run, said Jimmy. Myra running. The skull-faced jester growls. Both Jimmy and Myra are running downstairs. The skull-faced jester jumps over the banister then lands in front of both Jimmy and Myra. 2 is a couple, 3's a crowd. And as I kill you, you'll scream really loud, said the skull-faced jester. Get away from us, said Jimmy. I can't leave until I get my queen, said the skull-faced jester. In your dreams, said Myra. Okay, said the skull-faced jester, swinging the sword again. Both Jimmy and Myra move then run. The skull-faced jester chases them. Hurry, the back door. The back door opens. Both Jimmy and Myra continue running down the side of the house. A window smashes. The skull-faced jester lands onto Myra. Myra, said Jimmy. The skull-faced jester sniffs Myra. Oh my, what a wonderful smell, said the skull-faced jester laughing. Hey, pal, get off her. Jimmy swings a rake. The rake breaks over the skull-faced jester. The skull-faced jester falls off of Myra. Come on, said Jimmy. Both Jimmy and Myra continue running. The skull-faced jester looks up. You could run, you could try to hide, but in the end, your love will be unbind, said the skull-faced jester. Hurry, get into the car, said Jimmy. Both Jimmy and Myra get into the car. The car starts, then drives away. The skull-faced jester watches the car drive away. What are we gonna do? Asked Myra. I don't know, said Jimmy. Wait. Maybe that guy knows something. He knew the story, said Myra. The car continues driving, then pulls into the parking lot. The doors open. Both Jimmy and Myra are running. The skull-faced jester appears, then follows both of them, banging on a door. The door opens. Yes, may I help you? Asked number 1. We need your help. That jester you talked about is chasing us, said Myra. Listen, that's just a made-up tale. The mirror's rigged with a hologram, said number 1. Laughter in the distance. Does that sound like a hologram? Asked Jimmy. Number 1 looks, then sees the skull-faced jester. No way. He's real, said man. Number 1. You can't get rid of me. That's why I'm here, as you could see, said the skull-faced jester. Run, said Jimmy. All three are running. The skull-faced jester follows all three of them. A door opens. Where are we? Asked Myra. In the place where everything is stored, said number 1. We need to find out how to stop that thing, said Jimmy. I don't know how. I only knew the fake stories, said number 1. The sword goes through and item. All three walk backwards. The skull-faced jester appears. That was almost a close one, wasn't it? Asked the skull-faced jester, swinging the sword. All three duck, then run in separate directions. Hello, Jimmy, sir, said Myra. The skull-faced jester appears. Myra screams. And quat, Myra, and quat, yelled Jimmy, walking. A small crates fall onto Jimmy. Jimmy groans. No, said Myra. The skull-faced jester looks at Myra. What's wrong, my queen? Is it that I'm being mean? Asked the skull-faced jester, approaching Myra. Myra runs, then gets to a dead end. The skull-faced jester laughing. Get away from me, said Myra. You need to come with me, my queen, said the skull-faced jester. Never, said Myra. As you wish, said the skull-faced jester, raising his sword. Number 1 grabs the skull-faced jester's hand. I won't let you hurt anyone, said number 1. The skull-faced jester struggling with number 1. Fine. You want the sword so baldy? Take it, said the skull-faced jester, jamming the sword through number 1's chest. Number 1 gasps, then falls onto the floor. And quat, no, and quat, yelled Myra. The skull-faced jester looks at Myra. You're next, said the skull-faced jester. Myra cowering. The skull-faced jester raises the sword. Hey pal. The skull-faced jester turns around. Jimmy appears. You miss part of me, said Jimmy, punching the skull-faced jester. The skull-faced jester goes into the mirror. The mirror cracks. Myra looking at the skull-faced jester, then at the mirror. Jimmy, the mirror. It's the mirror, said Myra. Jimmy runs. at the skull-faced jester. The skull-faced jester looks at Jimmy. Jimmy rams the skull-faced jester into the mirror. There. Got him, said Jimmy. The sword goes through Jimmy's chest. Jimmy gasps, then falls. And quat, Jimmy, and quat, yelled Myra. The skull-faced jester appears in the mirror. No more games, said the skull-faced jester. Myra looks, then sees a baseball bat. You're right, no more games, said Myra, grabbing the baseball bat, then swings it. The baseball bat hits the skull-faced jester. The skull-faced jester goes back into the mirror. Myra swings the baseball bat again. The mirror smashes. And quat, no, and quat, yelled the skull-faced jester, echoing. Myra kneeling next to Jimmy's body then starts crying. A house appears. Both Hilda and Ron appear sleeping. Hilda, Hilda, said a male voice, echoing. Hilda wakes up. Hello, is someone there? Asked Hilda. This way, Hilda. Follow my voice, said the male voice, echoing. Hilda walks into the bathroom, then looks around. Where are you? Asked Hilda. The mirror, said the male voice, echoing. Hilda turns towards the bathroom mirror, then sees number 2 shirtless. Oh my God, you're so hot. How'd you get into the mirror? Asked Hilda. I'll show you. Just get closer to the mirror, said number 2, waving his finger. Hilda leans towards the bathroom mirror. The skull-faced jester comes out from the mirror, grabs Hilda, then pulls her into it. Hilda screams. Laughing echoes. The end.